Hi everyone, I'm Tom, and today I'm going to be playing Prisma Arena, which is a new arena combat game, kind of a fast, over the top, well, I'm reading the description of it now, combat game. This is on Kickstarter right now, and the link to the campaign page is in the description and in the corner of the screen. It's from Hub Games, who've previously published things like Holding On and Megacity Oceania and Untold. So I'm playing a two-player game today against Little Glass Marty, who'll just sit in the activation zone there. There's a handheld camera and a static camera. You can switch between them in the description. And I would recommend you turn on your subtitles to the Klingon channel. If I've messed up anywhere, hopefully I will be all nice and corrected on there. And as always with the Kickstarters, I was paid to make this video. I've used the characters that Rach and I have been playing in the real world. So we've got Ed209 here, my favourite, and Rach, kind of notorious for not naming her characters. That'll be Nancy Allen, of course. So in a two-player game, we each have ourselves, our hero, and we have two Mocon who are here to help us out. So basically, we are on a giant floating city ship, and we are in training, basically. We're against each other for the purposes of improving each other and training, but we're on the same side. We're training to become guardians of the great Mocon Hope, a giant version of one of these guys, and we get two randomly dealt at the start of the game. So I have got Agla the Nervous and Sunna the Happy, and they have different abilities based on which ones you get dealt. So as rookies, we come in without special abilities. We are, level 0 heroes, but we do get special lockers. And this, I think, it's a completely cosmetic thing, but I really like this. We have a special sheet of reusable stickers for each of the characters. And yeah, you are free to completely customize your character however you would like. And then as you progress through the different levels of achievement, as you accumulate experience, then you get to wear the outfit that shows off your prestige and experience. Now, I am but a level 1 hero, and here is my costume in here. I thought I'd leave it off so you can show what I'm like au naturel. But here are the other options that I could have had for Ed209. There are various expressions on his face, various hairstyles. I've gone for the kind of kitten ears. Maybe Marty should have been playing Ed209. Anyway, that's all cosmetic stuff. I think it's great. Maybe you are just in it for the gameplay. So let's get to that. So we start out in a two-player game in our start zones either side of the arena. In a game with 3 or 4 players, we would be using these corner spaces here. So we have our hero and our 2 Mocons with their special abilities. So I have Agla the Nervous. When Agla moves around, she can also help my hero move around. And I have Sunna the Happy. When Sunna is within range for everybody, whether you're a hero or a Mocon, is 0 to 4. When you're in range of a friendly hero, he gains a hit level. So he gains a hit point, essentially. He gains 1 health while Sunna is in range. But if Sunna is moved away or bounced, which is when you run out of HP, then the extra hit point that the hero gets is taken away as well. So the aim of each match, essentially, is to get to 20 points. And you'll get those points by bouncing other players' characters. So it's based on how much damage you did. So in a game with 3 or 4 players, you would be putting your damage onto other players' cards, and when they get bounced, when they run out of hit points, you would get points equal to the damage that you had done. Obviously, in a 2-player game, there's only you doing the damage to the other player, so you basically get their full hit levels in points as we go out and through the game. So what do we do on a turn? Well, we have a handy-dandy little cheat sheet for that. So to start the round, we look at the advantage. Who has the advantage token? Now, I have that to start with, so it's up to me to say whether I want to use the advantage or hold the advantage. And basically, that is who would I like to go first? If I'm happy for Marty to go first, I can hold the advantage, and then I get the decision next round as well. But if I particularly want to do something, I can use the advantage and it passes over to Marty for next round, but I would get to go first. So for this round, I think I would kind of like to see the lay of the land before I move out. What if I hold the advantage and I let Marty go first? So now we've decided that, we can go to activation. So for activation, we take it in turns to choose a ready character to activate, turn your action dials to perform a move, strike, blast, or combo, and then you can add combos to your action with your combo cards. So let's look at Marty's squad over here. He has Dorna the Confident, and when Dorna moves around, they can also target the friendly hero and move them one space towards one of their rivals. And Fog the Angry, if Fog the Angry is bounced, then if they can, the hero can immediately do an attack action, a blast or a strike. And so they're the ranged and melee combat options. So Marty needs to choose a ready character. We have these action dials to remind us which characters are still ready, so everybody's ready at the start of it. And you choose one of those and choose the action to take. So the actions are move. You can move 0 to 4 with any character. You can strike if you are next to the character, essentially. It's, the 8 spaces around your character. So diagonals do count for striking, and you do the damage listed on your character. So the hero will do 3 damage, the Mokons will do 2 damage when they attack, and you can blast. Now, this is for range 2 to 4 away from you in every orthogonal direction and every diagonal direction. So, and there can't be things in the way. So there are these obstacles that would block a blast, and other characters would block you attacking particular characters as well. We also have these combo cards with these symbols on there. And so if Marty, for example, didn't want to do any normal actions and wanted to do a direct blast as his action, he could put this X up, because there's the X on this card here, and he can play his direct blast, which is basically do a blast attack, but with 1 extra damage, 1 extra force. So you can do that as well. So there's no point Marty really thinking about anything but moving around. So I think he wouldn't mind Fog even being in danger. He's not going to get in danger yet because he's only moving up to 4 spaces. So I think he's just going to move straight forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because, if Fog does get damaged, it's not great, but it would let Marty do an extra attack. So I think that's all he's going to do. So it's been moved to the move section. And what you can do, we'll get into this more a little bit later, but you can do combo actions. So you can just play a card as your whole action. But since Marty has done a move attack with Fog, you see this little X under the move action. Well, this means that Marty could chain a combo. He could play a card with an X at the top, like the Leaping Strike or the Direct Blast, and so he can move, and then do a Leaping Strike, move an extra space, ignoring grappling, get into that, and do a strike, or he could do that blast with the extra force. Alternatively, if he'd done something like strike or blast that has a circle underneath, then he could be playing this leap card and do an extra action. But you see this leap card has got an X underneath the circle. So you could do another combo and you can chain them as long as they carry on like that. You see these leaping strike and direct blast are the end of combos, but you can chain them like that if you gather them effectively. So Fang moved, didn't he? So it's on to me to move now. I think I'm going to go straight for my hero moving. And so let's move 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. I'm protected from any blasts by this obstacle that's out here. And so my cards, I'm not going to be using anything just yet. Let's get the stickers out of the way and neaten the place up, eh? So I'm not going to be using any of my combos just yet either. Or although I could, if I had just chosen to start with a combo, I could have moved up to 6, which, could have put me in range of, 5, 6. That could put me in blast range. Oh, not quite. The obstacle's in the way, isn't it? Yeah, I can't quite get anywhere useful just yet, but I could have started with that sprint and then chained it into something else. But I think, it's just going to be some more movement for me as well. So when someone else wants to move, I probably want to move Sunna so she stays in range of Ed 209 there. I think, let's for this first round, let's have everybody come out. And, we will... We're making ourselves vulnerable over here, won't we? So me now. Now Marty's over there. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the maximum range of a blast. Could Sunna get over there with the sprint card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite. 1 space short, unfortunately. So there's no chance of me doing a blast after the sprint. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, the obstacle's in the way. Yeah, it's not going to happen just yet. So I'm going to just have to do some moving. So I'd rather 1, 2, 3, 4, just out of range of my hero for the extra stuff. So maybe we stop there so that she stays in range of Ed to give him the extra health. And then Dorna is the last to go for Marty's, and Dorna can help Nancy to move one more space towards a rival. But I don't think we'll do that just yet. We don't want her in the open. So Dorna is just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and sneak around the side there. And poor old Agla the Nervous over here is the last character to activate. And Agla, so Agla can move the hero towards Agla. A lot of saying Agla. Can we now attack perhaps Dorna? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you'd have to be standing there, and it's pretty far away. So I think we could do that, and then we could move Ed one space towards Agla because of Agla's special ability. And so we've had all of these activations. We haven't done any combos or anything just yet. So at the end of the round, reset your action dials to ready. So all of them point to ready at the top again. Oops, never moved soonest. And then we draw 2 combo cards, but your maximum is 4, so you have to discard down some. So we draw from our decks, which were randomly drawn at the start to have the right number of each kind of attack of move, strike, and blast cards in there. I've having to draw a lot more strike cards because you see the symbols, you want a kind of variety so they will alternate and chain properly. So I have evasive strike, strike, and then move 1, ignoring grappling. And then you flip the other one and hide it from the camera. We've got direct strike, which, I thought Monty had that. He's got direct blast. Strike with extra force. So I kind of want to do that one. Focus blast, do a blast ignoring blocking characters. I don't think I want that just yet. Although maybe it would be good to have a blast option. I think we'll get rid of throwing strike and we'll keep these other 2 strikes in there instead. When you discard cards, usually it's going to be because you've played them, but when you discard cards, they go into your opponent's discard pile. So Marty will know that he's getting a throwing strike at some point in the future. Marty draws 2 extra as well, and let's see what he can come up with. Oh, he's had 3 there, greedy. So Marty has got Weave, move 1 to 4, and Throwing Strike. Strike with, what I've just given him actually. Strike with force 0 to 1, a friendly or rival character, so you'd probably want to choose 0 if you were picking a friendly character. And then move 1 to 2, the target, ignoring characters, grappling, and obstacles. So it can get your friendly characters out of jam as well. The advantage of the Throwing Strike, really, which I didn't consider as much, and I've got another card that does that, is that you could do something like, you could do a move action, and then you could play Throwing Strike, and Throwing Strike lets you continue a combo into another move action and then another attack. So I think Marty is going to take... Now, Leap ignores obstacles, so he's going to keep Leap. He's going to get rid of Weave, so I'm going to get that. And if advantage was used, it goes to the next player. I didn't use my advantage. It stays with me. But now I might want to use my advantage while I've got it. So it comes back to the start again, and you can have 1 diagonal in your movement. So I think at the start of this round, I want to use my advantage. So we flip that to show that I used it. I'm actually just going to put it with Marty so I don't forget. Knowing me, I might do that. So I think, let's see, my hero could just go out there and move. This is risky, putting Ed 209 in danger like this. So we can move up to 4, and we can have 1 diagonal in the movement. 2, 3, 4. So that just puts Marty's hero in range, Nancy. So we've had that, and now we can chain combo. So I can play a card with an X at the top. So I could play Focused Blast, which is basically just do a blast, ignoring blocking characters. So I could blast Fog if I wanted to, and do 3 damage to Fog. But I think... yeah, I probably want to focus it all on Marty. So we're going to do a blast. So that's 3 damage. So I take 3 of my damage tokens and put them on Marty there. And I can keep going with the combo, which I'm going to do. So sprint next, which is move 1 to 6, grappling applies. Now, grappling is when you are adjacent to an enemy. Basically, you can't do anything apart from strike, unless you are playing a card that says you can do something different, which is probably the situation you're most likely to just play a card as your action, rather than do an action to begin with and then chain more combo cards from it. So we've done that. We've done the 3 damage. Then I'm going to sprint, move 1 to 6. So I could actually just move away somewhere. And maybe I would want to do that just so I can get Sunna in range of me. So I was going to just run up to Marty and then do a strike. And that would bounce him back to the start. But I could actually, let's go over to Dorna, the Confident. If we go the long way around here and end up kind of maybe not very much out of range of Marty's characters, but yeah, it's hard to be out of range just with that movement. But then I'm going to do strike with force +1 because now I'm doing 4 damage. Because Marty's only got 3 health left, so I'd waste 1. So I can get my 4 damage tokens, but basically Dorna has 4 hit levels and has taken 4 damage. So Dorna is bounced. Now, all that means basically is that I score 4 points for Dorna's hit levels. And then Marty needs to respawn her somewhere in the start zone. And she is going to get a turn this round. So that might not have been the wisest idea. Because, yeah, she could just go next. Okay, then. So that is... And turn 9 is just stuck over there. So this is where we're going to see this as a terrible idea. So this all will go into Marty's discard pile. And I've taken an action. And has Agla hasn't taken an action? No, it's just me. And so the downside of that is I've played 3 combo cards. I'm only going to get 2 at the end of each round. So yeah, you can have these great big turns, but you need to time them properly because you don't know how long it will take you to build up to that stage again of having those great cards that work together. So Marty now, I think, could do something along the lines. What if we had Dorna? Should we play some cards with Dorna as well? So we could have Dorna. Actually, starting there, Dorna can just do a strike action straight away. A blast action, rather. Strike is melee. And just do 2 damage straight away to me. I do not have Sunna anywhere near to add 1 to my hit points, so I've got 4 health left. And so for a move, Marty's just got Leap, which is move 2 to 3, ignoring characters, grappling, and obstacles. So he could move up and then, attack again. But no, I don't think that's worth doing. I think we'll stop there, but we'll use Dorna's special ability, Encourage. So during a move action, they may also... Oh yeah, she didn't move though. Because if she moved, then she could have helped Marty come along as well, but she didn't move. So she can't use that. But I think that's some nice free damage over there. And yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get people to be over here helping me. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We could get in range now with Sunna, but I wouldn't have the ability to do a blast action. With everyone kind of hidden away, I'm not in a great position here. What if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, hide out a bit, 2, 3, 4, and we're just going to have to do moves and nothing else because, yeah, I've made a mistake here, I think. I've moved 2 of my characters at once. We'll keep Sunna there for now. So Agla just moved and nothing else. And then we could have Fog move out, 2, 3, 4. Not quite in range to do anything with Sunna. 1, 2, 3. No, it's good that she's tucked away behind there. He can't really get to her. Could he get something? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think he's going to be aggressive and try and move out a bit. But yeah, to chain that, he would need... Yeah, he couldn't really get a nice shot. If he was here, he could. So what? Maybe he goes later. Yeah, maybe he's going to go a bit later, and we'll have Marty go now. So Marty needs to start out with a move, at least to get in blast range, and then he can blast with force +1, so 4 damage to me. Although I only need 3 damage to fully stop me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could get there, actually, and he's in melee range, so could do... Oh, but he's only got strike with force -1 or strike with force 0 to 1. No, he's best off. Let's stay there and just do a blast with force +1. It's wasting a bit of damage, but that's going to be 4 damage. I only have 3 more health there, and I've only got 6 health. And so Marty is going to bounce me. So let's take those off. Marty will score his points. And I get bounced. And where would I like to start? kind of next to Suna over here. And Agla, sorry Agla, he's right to be nervous. He's off on his own now. So, yes, Marty can't carry on. The direct blast was the end of that combo because there's no more symbols underneath the X there. And so I just have Suna to go, and I don't think she really wants to do anything else now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can maybe work around this area, work around this area, or just go 1. I don't really want to move out from here. Try and draw Marty over to this side, perhaps. We could go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're still behind some obstacles and stuff. Just don't want to leave her completely out in the open. Move everything to ready. And so finally, Fog is the last person to go. And I think it was probably a bad move for Suna to go anywhere, because now Fog can go 1, 2, 3 as a move action. But actually, as Marty's only got strike cards, hasn't got any blast cards, so Suna would be safe from that. So should Fog go anywhere? I think if he stays near Marty, it's not going to be a terrible thing. So we've passed that over. We've had all of that. So Marty only played 1 combo card, and so is going to waste 1 again. So has to draw 2. So definitely wants a blast card. Strike, or strike with Force 1 twice. I like that better than the Force 0 to 1 one. So Marty's going to have those 2. And I draw 2 as well, but it's just going to put me up to 3 in total, so I don't need to discard anything. But Weave, move 1 to 4, ignoring grappling, and Diving Blast, move 1, ignoring grappling, and then Blast with Force -1. Okay, so Marty has the advantage at the start of the 3rd round, and I think he does want to use it. Yeah, he's going to use it, and hopefully he can score some more points here. So Marty's in a good position here to start out with a blast on poor Agla the Nervous over there. And so, yeah, let's do that. So we could start with a blast. So that's going to be 3 damage over to Agla with his 4 health there. And then could follow this up. Move 2 to 3, ignoring obstacles. It's probably not worth following up, actually, because, yeah, moving 2 to 3 isn't going to help Marty reach anything else. So, yeah, we'll just stop there and just do a blast. As for me, I think Agla is going to make the most of his seemingly short life. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Why not? And is going to then do Evasive Strike. And probably doesn't want to move after it. So Strike is just his base damage, which is... Oh, that's not enough, is it? Oh, he only does 2 damage. Marty's got 3 health left. So maybe this wasn't as good a move as I thought. Yeah, where he is, he's in blast range, isn't he? So he doesn't need to move at all if he's just going to be doing that damage. So yeah, he'll just do a blast right back to Marty. And then could do a blast and then could move 1 to 4 and then could strike. Yeah, why not? Yeah, so he's going to do the blast and then move right in range and do a strike and do 2 more damage. And unfortunately, doing more damage than the hit levels, that excess damage is wasted. It's just going to be 6 points for bouncing Marty out. So that's going to put me on 10 of 20. And Marty's going to choose where he wants to start again. He's not going to get to go until the next round now because he's already been. But yeah, that's going to be okay, I think. So, yeah, Agla can't carry on from that. Those go into Marty's discard pile. And so, is it going to be Dorna or Fog next? I think we're going to have Dorna do some moving about because that is going to help. So we could move 1, 2, 3. And that means that the hero is allowed to move 1 space towards a rival as well. And then we could have... So strike -1. Agla's only got 1 HP, so 2 -1 attack isn't a bad thing. It's not wasting anything. So Agla is going to get bounced. Take all the damage off. And that's going to be 4 more points to Marty. Neck and neck. And can't carry on from the leaping strike, so that's it for Dorna's turn. And so I still have my 2 characters. I only have this 1 combo card. I could play that after a move and do a blast -1 action. I am getting, I'm getting the advantage next turn, aren't I? So I'm okay to put some people in some vulnerable positions. 2, 3, because we could move and then play this to blast with force -1, and that's basically 2 damage on Fog. And it would be good to bounce Fog because bouncing Fog means that Marty would get a bonus attack action, if possible. Oh, or a friendly character. So, it would be a really good time because Marty would be forced to lash out and attack Dorna. But could choose to only attack for force 1. It would be force 3 if it was a rival. That's something to think about. But, so we've put some damage on there, and Sunna is still to go. Although, actually, Fog hasn't gone. That was a terrible idea. Who told me to do that? So, without needing to do anything, Fog can blast me for 2 damage of my 6. And then could move 2 to 3. Could just move right up, although it's a bit risky, actually. And strike. Or, does he just not strike? Does he just leap? And just move 2 to 3, ignoring obstacles. So 1, 2, 3. He could just run behind this obstacle and then he's gone to safety. He's done a bit of damage and ran off. We're going to stop there with him. So that's everybody. No, we've got Sunna still to go because, now she can activate, but can't actually do anything. So I think we'll venture out forward a little bit. Because then when I move, I'll be in range and get the extra hit point and stuff. So I've got 7 health while that's happening. So that's the end of the round. We need some more combo cards. So Marty draws 2, gets a sprint, which he needs because it's his only move combo card. And then grappled blast with force -1. An opponent you are grappling, and then move -1, ignoring grappling. And me, I need 2, but these are only my only 2 cards now. Leap 2 to 3, ignoring everything, and then dual blast or blast with force 1 twice. Okay, so it's back to the start. I have the advantage again. I'm not sure I want to use the advantage. Just to start with, we could move and then blast, but then whoever we're blasting is in a position to blast right back. I think I'm going to hold on to the advantage and let Marty go first. Well, I think Marty is just going to... I'm always forgetting to just reset everybody. Marty's just going to move because... I can't really get anything out of that anyway. And he'll work his way back from the very start position that he was in. So, that's all he's going to do. So, Sunna with a move could then blast. We'd only have to move a couple out. She's going to move out. Move, and then blast. And do 2 damage to Marty. Got 4 HP left on there. So Marty could do, let's see, Dorna or Fog. So we know Sunna's gone and isn't going to be doing anything else right now, but is full health. At the moment, Ed 209 is way out of range. So we could go 1, 2, 3. As soon as we're grappling. Fog could move and then strike, or could actually do a blast. And then move away and run away and do something else. Fog's going to blast he's going to blast with force -1 an opponent you're grappling. Yep, that's all fine. So it's just 1 damage for now. But next turn, actually, Marty's not going first. I might not be in the position to do that. And then move 1, ignoring grappling. Let's move diagonally over there. And then could go move 1 to 6. Actually, let's end up there so he's not quite in the direct line of 2 people, and then can strike for 2 damage onto me. So I've only got 2 HP left, which is just another attack from Fog or Dorna. I think that's quite a good turn for Fog there. Let's see, I've got my hero is just going to strike Fog, and unfortunately when Fog's bounced, that means that Marty can do 3 damage to Sunna, which would take her out. So maybe but yeah, I can't just leave Fog there. Yeah, this could be a bad time. Yeah, we're just going to do it. We're going to strike. So that's 4 more points for me. Can't grab these. For taking Fog out, and Fog will be bounced. Marty will put him near himself. And so that means when Fog is bounced, their hero must immediately blast or strike a rival or friendly character with force 1 to 3. If possible, the hero may move 1 beforehand. So Marty is going to move 1, just because he would like to be closer to the fighting. But he's then going to blast for 2 damage, Sunna. So with force 1 to 3, yeah, he's going to choose to do it with force 3. So that means Sunna is bounced as well. Let's have this all together. And so Marty catches right back up because of that ability. Basically forcing me to take out Fog by putting him out there in the open, right in my area. But yeah, that was a very good move as well. So that was my hero, wasn't it? Did a strike on Fog, perhaps mistakenly. Perhaps shouldn't have done that. So finally for Marty, we have Dorna, who is miles away from anything. Can get in blast range, but it would just be for what? It would just be force -1. So I think we'll try and get closer here. 3, 4. We'll do something like that. Okay, so that is all of Marty's. And as for me, I've just got Agla to go. And combo cards, I've just got another move. So we can just go 1, 2, 3, 4. And so Ed209 can move 1 space towards Agla as well because of his ability. And then I think that is everybody done. So now we need to discard our cards first. So the ones Marty played, the one I played. We don't have any draw piles, so we need to shuffle our discard piles up that have come from the other player. And these will be our new draw piles, and we'll get 2 new combo cards each. So let's see. I've drawn Throwing Strike. And Grappled Blast. Low damage combo cards. So I was just thinking as I was shuffling these that I technically have 7 HP because Sunna is next to me. Marty's got 6 HP. We're on 14 points. The first to 20 wins. And both of our heroes have got damage. Marty has got 2 damage, so 4 HP left. I've got 4 damage, so only 3 HP left. Marty only needs to do 3 damage to me this round, and he can win. I have got an uphill struggle, I think. Otherwise, we just need to run and hide with Ed209. Okay, and Marty drew, by the way. Focused Blast and Sprint. So just a normal blast, ignoring blocking characters. And move 1 to 6, grappling applies. So Marty can clear a fair distance and then still attack and still blast and win. So what do I do? Do we just move back with Ed209? Yeah, because even with a big combo, I could move, blast, move, strike. But the damage on the blast, it's force -1, so that's 2 damage. And then force 0 to 1, which is 1 damage. So I could only do 3 damage. And Dorna and Fog are both full health. So yeah, I don't know what Marty's got. I just feel like I need to be in damage control. I'm going to run. Yeah, that's going to be my first turn. I'm using the advantage to do that. So Marty will be going first next round. I'm just thinking right now, does Marty need to do anything? If Marty moves 1 to 6, so let's put a little thing remembering where he came from. If Marty moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he's in blast range and then can do blast ignoring blocking characters. Yeah, Marty doesn't even need to do a normal move. He will start his, he'll do a combo action and play a combo card, move 1 to 6, grappling applies, and then blast for 3 damage. Even with the extra hit level, I have only got 3 HP left. And so Marty is going to go over his target, and that is going to be 21 points. Marty takes the XP. So, what happens at the end of a training battle? And, you know, training battles are the main battles. It's not this, it's all practice. for defending the Guardian. This is where you see my shame that I'm too precious to write on the cards, and I've been doing it on note paper instead. But we have a training log. So every game you play, you get 2 XP. For every Mocon that you have used, so you would tick them off as you use them. So I would use Agla and Sunny right now. Every new one that you use each time, you get an XP for. And every time you have scored 20 or more points in a 2-4 play game, or 13 or more points in a team game. So I would get 4 XP right now if I was just starting fresh. So not quite enough to take me to the next level, but another game would. And Marty would get 1 more XP than me for having actually won the game. And there are rules to balance it out for when you are playing against players of a different level than you. But once we get into those higher levels, it's, we get all of the cool costumes and everything, but we unlock a special ability. And that is when we are in this middle space here. We can power up and start to get these Prisma cards, start to draw Prisma cards, which are special powers that we can use in a scenario. And you can only go into a scenario, no matter which ones you've accumulated, you can only go in with cards adding up to your level. So if you were level 3, you could go in with a level 3 card, or a level 2 and a level 1, or 3 level 1s if you wanted to. But they will shake things up and give you new things. Whack the camera with my finger there. Hopefully that didn't shake as much as it hurt. You also gain one if you won a game and didn't power up in that game and already gain a card. So you could have something like a Chroma Blast, which means that when you blast, you do it with Force +1. Your hero just has that ability. Or when people blast you, they have Force -1. Or when people try and move you, you are steadfast and you can ignore those effects. Or there is one where after somebody has moved you, you get to move 1 yourself afterwards. So if they've put you in a bad position, you'd be able to get right back out of it. Whenever a friendly adjacent Mocon receives damage, you may take 1 to 2 damage they would have received instead. So that's some level 1 abilities you can get. So for level 2, you could have range +1, permanently increasing your movement. You can permanently increase your hit level. So that combined with having Suna as well, give you 8 HP on your hero. You could have, after you strike, you can move 1 to 2 towards the target, ignoring grappling. Or you could have when you do a blast, you can instead blast with less power, but everyone adjacent to the target gets a damage as well and has to move away from it. And for level 3, you can blast through obstacles. When you return after being bounced, you can go adjacent to a friendly character rather than starting back from there. Whenever you deal a damage, you deal an extra damage. Or when you receive damage, you can reduce the damage you take by 1 instead. So through all of this, we saw at the start the customization that you can have just cosmetically at the very, very start of the game. Once you've gone through the kind of lessons of, because the game does an amazing job of teaching you this bit by bit. So I've simplified it a little bit by not including the Prisma powers in the actual playthrough part, but it strips it right back to teaching you from the basics. This is how you move. This is how you do this. Now let's look at the abilities on the characters. Now let's look at doing combo cards. It does a really, really good job of gradually introducing the game. But you've got that customization visually, but then you've got it gameplay wise and really suiting to your style of play. It depends on what you draw, of course, but then once you've got this selection of Prisma powers as you level up, it's about how you use those together and how you use them effectively to make your hero your own, as well as giving them Robocop names and stuff. But anyway, that was Prisma Arena. I hope you enjoyed that and it gave you some idea of what the game is like. The game is on Kickstarter, as I mentioned at the start. Link in the description if you'd like to see the campaign page. And if you'd like to know what I think about the game, then that video is coming up shortly. It's going to be right in front of you, or it's in the description now if you wouldn't like to wait. Thank you very much for watching though, and I'll see you for the next game. Bye everyone.